Lucid wasn't the only car maker to whip the sheets off a new car recently. Maserati got in on the action too, unveiling its new MC20 supercar to a socially distanced audience in Italy. It's the brand's first supercar since the MC12, a mid-2000s car that was derived from the Ferrari Enzo. But unlike that car, the MC20 won't be restricted to a mere 50 units, but will be a regular production model with a number of different variants that, in time, will even include a battery electric option. Details of the electric MC20 will have to wait for another day, but that doesn't mean the gasoline-powered car should be overlooked. In fact, it's powered by a rather interesting 621 horsepower, 538 foot-pounds of torque Nettuno 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6. That incorporates some clever new technology that until now has only been found in Formula One race cars. In those highly specialized racing cars, Ferrari called their new tech turbulent jet ignition. For this production engine, Maserati is calling it Maserati Twin Combustion, which is a pretty good description. The Nettuno engine can operate like a normal internal combustion gasoline engine, igniting fuel within the cylinder, but it also has the ability to divert a small amount of fuel to a pre-chamber, sending the rest of it to be better dispersed into the cylinder through small holes along the wall. By combusting this small amount of fuel first, the bulk of the gas can be more efficiently burned because it's more evenly distributed, thereby boosting thermal efficiency. In its F1 application, it was allowing the internal combustion engines to reach a thermal efficiency of 47%. Maserati claims that the engine is all new and developed in-house, although a deep dive at Road and Track shows that it is related to Ferrari's F154 V8 in many regards. Whether you like the way the MC20 looks will be a subjective thing, but opinions expressed by the ARS staff during the reveal included drop-dead gorgeous. The front of the car directly references the MC12, and the taillights and integrated rear spoiler are a shout-out to the front-engined Gran Turismo. When the MC20 goes on sale in the US next year, expected to start at about $210,000, which makes it competitive with McLaren's 570S, and therefore a good deal cheaper than the more powerful mid-engined V8 Ferrari. A convertible will follow in time, with the battery electric variant following after that. Ubisoft announced recently that it's developing Far Cry VR, Dive into Insanity. It's going to be a new out-of-home VR arcade experience in collaboration with Zero Latency, one of the leading VR arcade companies with more than 45 locations in 22 countries. There's not much info on exactly what the experience will entail, beyond Ubisoft saying that the game will take a group of up to 8 players back to the Rook Islands, the setting of Far Cry 3. Captured by Vass and his henchmen, players will explore the island and fight for survival together. Far Cry VR Dive into Insanity is due to release in 2021. The announcement is pretty interesting for 2 reasons. First, the VR arcade scene has been hit hard by the coronavirus pandemic. Though the game won't launch until 2021, Zero Latency appears to be making a sizable bet that things will be back to normal and that players will feel comfortable going out and donning VR headsets and backpacks used by the public at large. Second, Zero Latency has traditionally done its own game development, much of it impressive in its own right, and the same for Ubisoft under its brand Ubisoft Escape Games, which has made at least 3 VR arcade experiences based on Ubisoft IPs. At this time, it's still unclear if Zero Latency is merely licensing the Far Cry IP, or if there's a deeper design collaboration between the studios. Interestingly, though, a Far Cry 3 VR experience was among several VR VR prototypes that Ubisoft built way back in 2015 when VR was still in its dev kit era. Beyond the out-of-home Far Cry VR, Ubisoft recently also revealed a new home PC VR game called AGOS. That stands for A Game of Space. I'll keep you updated as soon as I hear more on that one. Thanks for watching your weekly tech update. If you have a story you think we need to feature on the program, just send me an email, djraymcneil@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook at Your Weekly Tech Update, and check out the podcast, audio and video versions available on iTunes, Google, Spotify, Audio Burst, and elsewhere on the interwebs. Till next time, I'm Ray McNeil. Stay safe and stay healthy, everyone. And now, here's your moment of joy. Your weekly tech update brought to you by Holiday Home Care, Phillip Island, Victoria, Australia. It's your turn to relax.